Shall we start now? Yes. Good morning, student. Are you freshy? Just coming to the National University. So, do you know the purpose of the training today? Do you know that? Yes, because there are 2 days for trainings. The first day, I give you the basics for searching online database. So you will use it when you do a papers, you do a dissertation and thesis. So you need the literature to review. What topic are you going to do on a thesis? What topic are you going to publish in the papers to the journals? This is for the first day. I give you the basic for training searching online the database. And the second day is tomorrow. When you search, you get the paper, you get the articles. So you want to cite it in your thesis, in your papers. So you have to manage the reference or citations. The university provide you the we call reference manager software for you. We call the EndNote X7. So you can download and install on your laptop or your on PCs. This is because the university subscribe it. They subscribe inside license, unlimited for you, user license. So I give you the idea before we starting. This is like a you have the basics. You can apply to any databases. So you just follow the step. So if you have any question, you can stop me anytime and choose me the question. So we start with tips for searching online databases. I give you step by step. The first one, you have to creating a search statement. Search statement, I mean what topic are you going to looking for. So I will show you the sample of search statement. And then you have to know the truncation symbol. This is used for if you miss the spelling, you cannot remember the spelling, you cannot the word. This came from maybe from the root of this word. Can be adjective, can be nouns, can be adverb. How can I manage that? I want you to know the basic one, the truncation symbol. How can I apply it for searching? And the third step, if you have the multiples keyword, it's more than one keyword, you have to know the rule to combine the terms, give them the condition. You want to file all of the word in the same document. What the operator that you have to use it. We call the combining terms. And the fourth step, when you combine, you have to select the search method. And how can I know when I use the basics, when I use the advanced search? So we call selecting the search method. And after you select, you start searching, you got thousands of results. How can I refine it? So you have to know how can I refine to last 5 years, how can I refine to my subjects. So it gives you the idea how can I unify or narrow down your results. And then you got 20 of record. How can I know that the first one is the best, and the second one is better, and the third one is good for you? So just close it. And so the sixth one, you can how can analyze your results. And the last step, you got the record, you got the article. How can I print out? How can I download? And how can I export citation to the reference manager software? This is the seventh step. Easy 7 step for you. So let's start from the first step. The first step, creating a search statement. The search statement means you query your questions that identify your information you are searching for in online database. So you have to break your search statement into concept or keyword. The search statement can be questions, can be the statement, can be phrase or something that you have to break into the concept of keyword. And now the single keywords cannot cover your search. So you have to think about the synonym. So suppose you are looking for the female sex. Not only the female that can identify is the female. So some words have the meaning, the same meaning as the female. You have to think about women, girls, or in some words. Suppose you're searching for the hypertension. So some articles use another word instead of hypertension. They use high blood pressures or something like that. So have to identify the synonym of this word that you want to cover too. And the last one, clear the concept in 2, 1, 2, 3. So I show you. Suppose your search statement, you're supposed to search, can sex education help preventing or reducing teen pregnancy? This is the statement. So you just write your statement. After that, break it into the concept. You just do this. The concept 1, sex education. This is the first concept. So you have to think about, can be sex educations, can be sex education program. You have to give them not only think about the only one word. You have to think broader. So can be sex education or can be sex program. And another concept, teenage pregnancy. Can be pregnant teenagers. The teenage can be adolescent pregnancy, pregnant adolescent, or can be the word teen mom. Have you heard about it? Teen mom. Teen mom. So some newspaper use the teen mom, teen mother, or teenage mothers, or something like that. You have to give them that the concepts can be not only one word. You have to think about other words that the same meaning of the teenage or teen's pregnancy. And the third concept, preventions. Preventions can be, the prevention is noun. So prevent is verb, preventing is journals or can be noun too. So you have to think about the preventions can be from the root of the prevent, can be prevention, venting or something like that. So another word, reductions can be reduce or reducing. This is like a start from the search statement and break to concept. So you can plan to search now. You got an idea now? So don't start with the standalone keyword. Start the concept. So you want to cover all that you want to search in. So start from the concept first. And after you break the statement into the concept, what next you have to do? The truncation. So you have to know the truncation symbols, truncation and the wildcards. This is like you start with the truncate symbol. This means you miss the spelling, you forget the whole word. You just remember, suppose like a scientific name, so hard to remember. You just know just six, start with first 6 character, and the rest of that you forgot it. How can I spell it? Hold the whole word. You can use it in the middle or in the end of the search term. Samples, minute. You just put asterisk at the end of the search term. You will find manage, management, managing, managers. So this is very helpful for you. So you can apply the asterisk to replace one or more characters. So you can apply to the science dialects, apply to Springer, you can apply to Wally, you can apply to ProQuest, dissertation, and thesis. Do you got an idea now? And the first one card. And the second one, the quotation mark. The quotation marks mean you want to search exactly the same as you typing. So suppose you are searching for lung cancer. So when you search without quote, the database will treat in single word. So you don't get only the lung cancer. You may get lung and cancers. The word is separately. So when you get the first sentence found lung, and the second page found cancers. It's not adjacent. So this means you want to search exactly as you type. Just encode the quotation marks allow. This is the next step. And the last one, the parenthesis. The parenthesis means when you search the multiple word and connect this different operator, you just not use only and. You have an operator and all operators. So the defaults, they have an orders. So if you mix up and all, the order of this database will start searching and first and followed by all. Like a mathematical rule, you have multiply and plus. You can not do once. So they have an orders. The mathematical orders will start multiply and followed by plus. So you want to change the orders to start with plus first and followed by the multiply. You have to put the parenthesis to tell us I want to start plus, and then after I got the result from plus, I will multiply it. The same idea. So you can change the order. If you want to start with all first, you just put the parenthesis. I will show you sample later. This is the truncation after you break down the concept. And the next step, combination terms. Combination term is if you have multiple terms for searching, you have to give the condition. What do you want to find the terms? Suppose you are looking for a document that contain all of your keyword. You have to connect with and it means to narrow search and get fewer results. Suppose you are looking for food and nutrition have to be found in the same document. So the operator is used for this condition is and another one or. This can use to get broadened search, broader results. So this is looking for the document that contain any of your keyword, at least one word, at least one word. Suppose you looking for female or male or girl or boy or kid or something like that. This is you get the broadened results. So suppose you got the synonym for heart or cardiac, female or woman or something like that. This is like a mean you want to file document that contain at least one word. The next one, the basics boolean not. Not is mean you are looking for the document that not contain I miss it. Not contain one of your search, but not the others. So it means this is you want to narrow down your search results. Suppose you are looking for the disease rabies. Rabies can be found in mammals, animals. You want to cut off the results. You are not focused on dogs. You are not focused on dog, cat. So you just start with your disease first, rabies. So rabies can be found in bat, can be found in cow, ox, bull, or something like that, but not dog and cat. So you just put just tie not in front of the terms. This is more low downs. So broaden is all. Narrows is and not. This is the combination term. And for the advanced searchings, so you can use near in some of the databases, not all of databases. You can apply near. So we give you today. We have some database. You can apply approximately operator. So approximately operator is mean you want to search within the same sentence. You want to search within the same paragraph. You want to search within the same page. So and you cannot control that. But if you apply the near is mean approximately, you can control the results. So you can control by put the end. And it means you want to search within 3 words, within 4 words, within 10 words, within 15 words. You just near slash and followed by the number. But if you don't put any number, default is 4. Default is 4. This is the combination terms. You got an idea? Any questions so far? The third one. And what else? After you got the concept, you apply the truncations, you connect it with the operator, and now you have to select the search method. So from the beginners, you can start from the basics search. So the basic search is very easy for you. They provide you only single search box. So you can search any fields. Just type the keywords. It's used for how big the collection related to your topic. So you get many results if you start with basic search. But if you have the experience, you can conduct the search in the complex search. So to start with search box, the first one found in titles, and the second one you want to search in the abstract. So this one you can create a complex search. So you can limit your result and specific fields and limit the date publications. So this is the advanced search. After you got the search method, what next? You got thousands of results. You got 10,000 of results. How can I narrow down your results? So the database will give you the option. So you can, if you got the few results, they allow you to add more keyword, to get more keyword. Or if you got too much results, you can add more to keyword too. And then if your search terms cover many subjects, you want to focus only your subjects. So some databases allow you to choose subjects, to display only the subjects that you want to search for too. And another one, when you do literatures, you have to search only the recent publications, just last 5 years, last 3 years, or last 10 years. You can limit your search by publication dates on all years. And another one, this is another option. You want articles, you want books, you want dissertation, you can specific to the publication type. So some database give you the idea for refine your search. And another one, you got 20, you got 100. How can I know that the first is the good one? And what about the less of that? So you can use the sorted results by, you can notice that this database sorts you by which one. So the basic one, I recommend you to use this one, the relevance. The relevance means list the results that according to related with frequencies to your search term. Suppose the first one we got 100 of words. Found your terms 10 words. Is calculate to 10% frequency with your search term. And the second one is bigger, 1,000 words. Found your search term in 10. So calculate in percent is mean just only 1%. That frequency in your keyword. So this means it's more relevant is the first one is because they have the high percentage of the frequency of your keyword. This is the relevance. And some of users prefer source by the latest or recent, more recent first, because you can source by the date, maybe publication dates or date of publications. This is the analysis results. And the last one, managing your results. Can I pronounce the full text? Can I notice that I have the permission to access the full text? How can I know that? What about the citation? How can I download in a note? Or can I have the APA style instead of using the EndNote? So this one you can notice in some database provide you two options. Some people you want them to create Vancouver style, APA style, so they set for you. But if tomorrow you have the EndNote, how can I download citation to the EndNote? This is the basic step. So you will follow the step for today. So let's start. Let's start first. Let's start. Can you go to the library website? The library website. Can go to the library website. Do you want me to train you in depth? Yeah. So let's start first. Let's start the library website. This is your first time to visit the library website? No? And if you want to search the online database, where do I have to click to see the list of the database? Online database. I'm not the library staff. I'm from outside. I'm from the company that the distributor of the sums of the databases. So I do the training for searching database. So you can ask me any questions. So start with search from the online database. So university provide you almost hundreds of database. How can I pick up? How can I know which one is good for your topics? Do you have any ideas? Some people know only science dialects, but the rest of them haven't heard before. So I will give you the idea. How can I classify it? So the major source, or you can classify source into type of the databases. The first one we call citations database. The database that in citation database you have two major databases. The first one we call Web of Science. Web of Science. And the second one we call the Scopus. You have heard that? Web of Science, Scopus. And citation is database is mean not the electronic journals, not the Fulltext database. This is just collect the journals, the high quality of journals that's used frequent in Scholar. So they have the high number of cited or number of most cited articles that have been cited by others. So they have the criteria to select the journals. The journals that have index in Web of Science and Scopus have to be the peer-reviewed journals. If you're not a peer-reviewed journals, you cannot index in Web of Science. This is the guarantee the quality of the journals for the selected one. And the second category, you cannot delay. Delays mean if you have to publish quarters, monthly, or weekly, you have to be on time. You cannot delay. So quarter is mean 3 months per issue. So if you mention that you have 4 issues per year, so you have to publish every quarter. So you cannot delay. And the third one we call the editorial board. So you have to mix up the number of international editorial boards. You cannot use only the one nationality. You cannot use only Thai. You have to mix up between international from India, from Sri Lanka, or something like that. This one is the criteria. And the fourth one, you have to give them 2 years to check this journal have been cited just only the legends or internationals to cite you. So they have to inspect that you are good in only the nations or regionals or internationals. So this is the basic criteria. So you have to realize that they select the good quality for you. Mix the publishers. Some journal from Science Dialects index in Web of Science Scoreboard. Some journals in Springer index in Web of Science Scoreboard. So you don't need to search the single database, single the e-journals. They collect for you, collect the good journals. It's good to start with the 10,000 of journals in once. The Web of Science provide you the titles to 12,000 titles. 12,000 titles, journal titles. And Scoreboard provide you almost 30,000 titles. 30,000 title. Why number is different? Web of Science gives you only the journals. You just cannot search the proceedings. You cannot search the book series. But Scoreboard is cover journals, proceedings, and book series. So if you want to search a big number of titles, I recommend you to use the Scoreboard. But if you want to search the quality of journals, website is high criteria than the Scoreboard. So you need the quality. I recommend you to use the Web of Science. So you need the titles, the normal titles. Just use the Scoreboard. But the idea is the same. Depending on you, which one do you prefer? This is we call the citation database. Not provide you the full text. Give you index and abstract. Just index the good quality of journals that used most frequent in Scholar. So you can start with the citation database first. And another one. So for the second year or the first year, you have to start do the thesis. So you have to get the idea what topic you are going to do that. This topic you have some people do on this topic or did on this topic. You cannot do same topic as others in like the same methodology, same results. You have to find out. You don't duplicate other publications. So this one we call the PostGres dissertation and thesis. PostGres dissertation and thesis. So this is a pickup for you. PostGres dissertation and thesis. PostGres dissertation and thesis. And other one, electronic journals. What about electronic journals? Electronic journal is mean like the plain journals is transformed to electronic. You can select the journals, open cover to cover. You can start pick up the issue and open the table content and search even the single articles that published in these journals. What type of articles in the journals? So this one you are looking for the research articles. You are looking for the report. You are looking for the something about on research. So you have to use electronic journals. Electronic journal. So some journal is we call the multidisciplinary. So you can search social science, you can search humanities, you can search science on these journals. So I will scope you why you have to select the science dialects, why you forget Wally, why you have to come to Springer. This is some publisher is good in science, medicine, and technology. Some journals or electronic journal is good in social science or humanity. So if you pick up some of the major publishers that provide you a lot of journals to search, so this is we call the electronic journals. I think most of you are familiar with the electronic journals. And another one, electronic books. When I use books and when I use the journals, do you know book? Books. What is book is used for? Suppose you do on the chapter 2. So you just pick up some methodology. Suppose you looking for lean manufacturing. So on the second, this chapter 2, you need to give them the definition of these methodologies. So when can I get the definitions or scope of these methodologies? So you have to think about the textbook. So textbooks give you the idea, definition, what is the detail, what is the process of this methodology, how it works. So you can use the book to your reference for definitions or get the description of methodology. But if you want to see how can I apply this method or methodology in service organization, how it works, so you need a research. So the source of the research, you have to come to the journals. So journals mean used to apply this methodology and get the results, how it works, how it's good, how it's bad for your organization. So this is the idea, how can I classify that. You got an idea now? So just follow the source. We have the major source, citation, database, dissertation and thesis, electronic journals, and electronic book. Let's start with citation database first. So start with the Web of Science. Web of Science. Web of Science. Web of Science. Web of Science ISR. Can you read Thai? You know that? No. So just the idea, the citation. You got the two major ones, scroll bars and Web of Science. Yeah. So let's start with Web of Science first to get the good quality of reference. Get the good quality of reference. So before you start, what subjects the Web of Science cover to? What subjects? How can I know that? If the engineering, can I search the Web of Science? If I study in marketing, can I search the Web of Science? Do you have any idea? So just scroll down and look at, before you start, you have to look at the databases. So make sure you are on Web of Science code collection. So don't choose the all database because they mix up some good quality open journals. So you need the core journals, the good quality of journals. I recommend you to select the Web of Science core journals. And then what subject? Scroll down and just click on more setting. So you get the idea now. The Web of Science cover journals in science subjects. Science is mean engineering, biology, chemistry, or that related to the science journals. And another one, social science. So if you are on the marketing, you can search the web of science. And what about the linguistics? Can I search the articles that related to the language? So they provide you the art and humanities. So this one we call the multidisciplinary. So you can search marketing, you can search for engineering, you can search for the linguistics, or even history. So you get an idea. And what about the backfire I get to? So you can start the journal that's published from 2001 to present. So this is how back can I search from the web of science. Got an idea? So let's start. The web of science provides you the basics. This is the search method. And if you want to conduct the complex search, how can I select the advances? You just click the drop down menu list. You see the advances. So I recommend you to start with the basics first. Let's play it. So I give you the search statement. The search statement. And now this is the question, the search statement. I want you to use my instructions that I present earlier. How can I break into the concept? You remember that? You remember that? I will show you again. So start with clearing search statement. You got the search statement now. You got the search statement now. What else? What next you have to do? Break your search statement into the concept. And let's see what the concept you have to pick up into the keyword. Which one? Just don't have face up. It's not wrong, it's not right. You know, you just say that. If you got the statement like this, I cannot search the whole statement because most of the database not accept the natural language of Fulltext search. So they need only the keyword. The keyword. What about the first concept that you think of? Think of what?
You mean we have to search keywords?
Yes, you just you can't. You remember that you just see my presentations. So I try you to start from the beginning. So it's just scope your search. So just write the search statement and follow my instruction. Start from the search statement, and what next you have to do? You have to break down into concept. So because you cannot search the whole concept, the whole statement. So you have to pick up which one.
Yeah, the keywords. Suppose we have different dryers and we have to dry fruit or vegetable. Drying fruits or vegetable, we have to select whatever is our interest. We have to search these keywords.
I want to know your idea first. So let's start this statement. So I want to you know like up. You understand my point that I present earlier. So just pick up this concept first. So what do you think if you got a statement like this? Drawing? Yes, it's a good one. The first concept you got drawing. because you look at a method of drying. So can be found this word is your major keyword. Can be method of drying, solar dryings, vacuum drying, microwave drying. So you just cut off the vacuum, microwave and solar. Just have start with drying. And what next? Yes, you're right. Vacuum, microwave. So the second concept, you got three different methods. It can be vacuum drying, can be microwave drying, can be solar drying. And what subjects you want to dry? What objects? Food or vegetables. This is. You got an idea now? Sure. And then, after you bake it, you have to think the synonym that you think of. Maybe this is the technical terms. You cannot just leave it the synonym, just the basic one. And what next you have to do after you break into the concept? Then the truncations. So you need the truncation. The truncation. Dryers. You need dryer. You need drying. Or you just search for the dries only. Maybe you can find that dry foods is dry fruit, dry apple, dry something. You need the truncations, or you just leave it. Do you need the truncate? So some database, you don't worry about the ending with ing, end with ied, end with es. So they have automatic search for you. They search from the stem, because stemming search. The stemming search means you just type dry, you will get drying. You will get dryers. You don't worry about the root of the word. They have automatic for you. But if you want to stop searching stemming, you just put the quotations marks allowed. You just encode the quotation mark it. Because if you put the quote, it means you want to search only the word drying. I don't want to cover to dryers, dried, or dry. So this is it's good for you. They provide you the stemming search. And what about vacuum, microwave? So you don't have to do that. This is the standalone. Just leave it. And what about single or plural? Single and plural. They search for you because you type in plurals. What about can I get a single? So if you don't sure on that, I recommend you to use the truncate, the truncation. Truncate it means can be flute without s, and can be plural word with s. So this you just tell the database you want to search after T can be 0 characters, can be 1 characters, can be 2 characters, can be any characters. So you can just use asterisk instead of just type fruit and food. Just type plural and single. Just leave it with this symbol. You got the idea now? And then you got the multiple terms. You cannot search without the connection. So the next step, combining the term. What the conditions? You have to clear the condition. Drawings have to be found in every document. Drawing. So, and what about vacuums, microwave, and solar? You have to give them the condition to combine. What next? This one you connect with N. And what about the different methodologies? You want to find every single word in the same document, or at least one method has to be found. Which one? At least one. So at least one, what the condition is used for this keyword? And or and or yes. You just put or. You got an idea now? And what about the second? I'll recommend you to do like this. I'll recommend you to separate the line. The first word is come first, and is followed by the second line. And what about the third line? You want to connect. Which one connect with fruit? You want to be what the combination, what the operator is for connects to the third line. And yes, and. And what about objects? Yes. This mean can be found fruit, can be car. So now you just combine the term with the operators. You got the idea now? So let's start searching. Start with the basics. I recommend you to start search word by word. So let's see on this start with the basics. You want to see how big the collection first. So suppose you are going to do on the drying research. How can I get just few results or many results? So start with the single one first. Just type drying. Just try drying. You can stop me anytime if you have question. Don't keep it. You got an idea now? So I just start the basics. So if you have a good basics, you can apply to other database. Just this step. So start with the drawing. And what about on the left, on the right hand side? Because this is fields. So topic fields mean this search every single field start from titles abstracts, journals, articles, journal titles, authors, any fields. So just start the broader first. Start from topics, and then start searching. You can look at that. It's how big it is. 300,000. So you don't have to spend years to read through. So now I want to add more keyword. So follow this step. We call the refine step. So this one, you got too many results, and now use this adding more keyword to narrow down it. So just look at it on the left hand side. They provide you the function refine results and give you the search box, and they give you a word search with in results. Not start from the beginning. Search from this one 300,000. So you just put vacuum or microwave or solar. It's easy for you. After today, you will become the expert search now. The expert. Start from the vacuum, microwave, and solar. Just click on this. Now see the result. Just conduct the search. Start searching. What else? And now you can notice that it's reducing, from 300,000 and become 13,000, and you have more keyword. Adding again, refine, adding subjects again, fruit or vegetables. So I recommend you to order the majors keyword first. Start majors, minors. So start with the broader first and try to narrow down by add more keyword. So now you can conduct it. You can notice that you get a few results or you get too many results. So now you just clicked on fruit and vegetables. And now you can notice that you got thousands of results. And what else you have to do? This is like a junction. You have to refine, to focus. You want to search the subjects, only the subjects that you focus to. Suppose you are looking for mechanical engineering. You are looking for chemical engineering. You are looking for food science, and you are looking for the agriculture engineering. How can I refine to my subjects? So you can look at on that. The web website provide you the web website category. They provide you, they classify for you the articles that in the food science, how many results in food science, how many results in engineering chemicals, how many results in mechanical engineering. So you can see more. Just click on more option, and now you narrow down to your topic. Suppose I can use the article in full size. I can apply my article in chemical engineering, and I have to build the machine. Clear the machine. So I just click mechanical engineering. This related to you. You can click on agriculture engineering. So this idea is when you can select your topic, your subjects. You can focus on subjects. How many results in your subject? Just use web offsite category. And now can I display? How can I display? You just click on refine again. Refine button. Refine again. Refine again. And now it's narrow down it to 100 results. And what else? So you need the research articles in last 5 years, because I need the new technologies, new research. How can I limit to publication that published in last 5 years? How can I do that? So scroll down and looking for the publication years. Publication year. You just click the drop down menu list. So see all results. Just click more option. And now web offsite search you the big numbers of highest numbers that published in which year. So you want to resource again. Start from 2001, 2002. You change the search results on the right hand side. You can change this to alphabeticals. Just change to alphabeticals. So now you resource again. And now you can click last 5 years. Maybe not 2016 is not finished yet. Just start with 2011. And then display the results. Just click refine. And now you got an idea now. So this we call, how can I refine? You can refine by adding more keywords. You can refine by choose your subjects. You can refine by publication year. You don't need to start with the advanced search. Just start from the basics one and use the functions that database gives you. So just follow on the left hand side. Just see results and just step by step refine by add more keyword. So if they provide you can limit to subjects. You can use your subjects. You can choose your subject. And the last one, when you do literature, maybe some advisors, some literature lecturers ask you, you cannot use the research that more than 10 years. I give you only the last 5 years, or last 3 years. You just want to get newest or most recent research. You have to limit the publication years. Yes. Can you leave it? If you have class, you can leave it. So now, what else? You got 400. And what else you have to do? The next step, we call the analyze results. How can I know that? The first one, do I have to start reading first? you have to look at that on the top of the page. They source the result for you, but the default of this database, they source by publication date, but it's not good for you because you got 400 results. I need the results that it's got more frequency on my keyword, so you can change the results to relevance. Relevance is mean list the results according to the related frequency that your search term appear in each publications. So this is the good for you if you got more than 100. So I recommend you to use this one, relevance. Just click on the relevance. It's more highlighted. So we call the third step, analyze the results by using the source results. They give you many options. Some of you want to source by highest most cited articles come first. You just change to time cited. The basic one, I start with the relevant first. And then what else? The next one, I have to clean it. Is relevant to you or just have found the one keyword. I recommend you to use view abstract. To look at the abstract first. If more highlighted, so it means you can notice that it's good or related of your search statement or not. And now you decide that it's good for you. Just like you go to the supermarket, you don't have to you don't buy only one items. You have to shop rice, milk, candy. So just put in cart. Just mark it. This is mark and manage letters. Just mark it. Why I have to start open the abstract first? Because if the internet very slow, you just click the articles, it may take you a few minutes and back again. So just use the view abstract. You don't have to change the page. Just click to open. Just a second. Just spend a second. Just keep it. Then start with the second one. You glad that it's good for you, you just mark it. This is good for you, you mark it. This is mark it. And what else? You have to analyze it. So after I decide that this is good for you, this come from which journals? You can look at that. They provide you the author name, the journal names. How good of these journals? How good it is? You just click on the journal articles. They provide you the quote high. You know the quote high? The quote highs. They give you the ideas of the quality of journals. You can look at that. On the journals names, you just click on the journal name. So suppose you want to select these articles, but do you want to know how good is journals, how journal is good, how the quality is of journals? So the website provide you the quad height. Quad heights mean, you know, the terms impact factors. Impact factors. So the same idea. The high impact factors, maybe they classify into quad height. Quad heights mean divide 4. Support the journal in food side, you got 100 of journals. So they will orders from the highest impact factor to the lower impact factors. The quad heights mean you separate in 25% of 100. You just count from the first to 25 of journals. It belong to quad high 1. And start from 26 to 15 is belong to quad high 2. Like you go to the hotels, they give you the star. So the 5 stars mean luxury hotels. But 1 star you just pay 500 baht per night. So this is the high quality of journals. You can look at it on the quad highs. So you need the top journals in food side. You have to look at it. It's belong to quad high 1 or quad high 2. So this show that this is, if you focus on food side, this is a good journal that most frequent cited in food side fields. You got the idea now? This one that you can notify that this is reference is good reference, good quality of journals. You just look at that, because this we call citation database. So they have to provide you how's good of these journals. On the second one is different journals, trying technology. You just click on that. This is belong to quad high 1 or quad high 2, but it's good in mechanical engineering. So the first one is good in food science, technology, and chemical engineering. You got an idea now? So this one you can select the quality of journals by click on food, science, bioproducts, the journal titles. So it means you got the impact factor, but maybe in quad high 1 impact factors, quad high 2 impact factors. So top journals means quad high 1, belong to the quad high 1. You got it? And now, what else you have to do? I want a full text, because I mentioned you earlier. The websites provide you only the abstract and index. How can I get the full text? So just click on the titles, go inside, go in depth. You look at that. You don't have any idea how can I get the full text, because this is good for my research, but abstract is not enough for me. I need the detail. How can I get the full text? So you can look at on the bottom that website provide you. Suppose you don't have any idea. Universities subscribe to these journals. You just follow the link. Just click full text from publisher. Just click it. So if this journal Nelson subscribe, you can get a full text. It's free options. And now they bring you to the science dialect. You got an idea? Science dialect. So you don't have to search the science dialects, because they select the journal. This is a good quality, good journal quality. So you can get from the science dialects, lead to the science dialect. So back again. And what else? if they don't provide you the directly link, you have another option. The second option, look up Fulltext, but you have to come to the Google Scholar first. You just click look up Fulltext. They bring you to Google Scholar, and then you want to directly from Google Scholar to the original Fulltext. You just follow the link, just click the titles, bring you to the site directs to. You got it? So you got two options. I recommend you to use start with directly to the publisher first. If you don't see the publisher, you just use this one. Just use this one. Just use this one. And what else? If you don't see any of that, don't see Fulltext one publisher, you don't see look up Fulltext. The last option, I recommend you to use the DOI. D stand for digitals. O stand for objects. I stand for identifiers. So it means this journal is registered to get the DOI. The advantage of the benefit of DOI is you cannot become the dead link. It's because you got the permanent link. Permanent link is mean this journal now is belong to the Elsevier. In the next 2 years, this link may become dead link because it's next 2 years the Elsevier sells these journals to the Springer. So the new owners, they have to change the URL to the new server. So this link is become the dead link, cannot use it anymore. But if this journal register for DOI, the DOI will control the link just like a metadata. Like you got this link, this ID, and I manage the existing URL. You don't see the process. You just by searching the DOI, and DOI will search indirectly and see the recent URL. What is the recent URL? So I recommend you to use this website to search the DOI. Search. Just open a new page. Search class.org. Just search. And for nowadays, you don't need to write it down. The other names, titles, because if you misspelling, you cannot find it. So you can use DOI instead of bibliography informations. Use instead of bibliography information. So suppose you found the articles, you cannot write the whole journals, the whole titles, just write only the DOI. DOI is searchable. You can search back to the journals, search back to the articles. Let's start. So you just copy the DOI, start from 10 and place it in this, and then enter. You got it? And now you can notice that same articles, and now you want to directly to the Fulltext. You just follow the link. This we call the permanent link. Permanent link is different difference for this is the temporary link. It's become dead link in the futures. So this is we call the permanent link. Back to science dialect again. You got the idea? So for nowadays, you don't need to like titles, authors, volume, issue. Because if you long spelling, you get zero results. You get nothing. So this is the easy way to get back to the articles. You got the idea now? Yeah. So this is we call the DOI. The benefit of DOI. Use the cost left. And the last step, how can I print out? How can I cite? How can I download the citation to the EndNote? This is very good, very useful for me for my research. You got the Fulltext, and don't forget the citation to cite in your paper. They provide you on the left hand side. Tomorrow we have the EndNote. You want to download to the EndNote. Tomorrow we have the EndNote X7. We call the EndNote desktop. You just click save to the EndNote. But you don't have the EndNote. You just save to other format and select what you want: titles, abstracts, index. I recommend you to choose HTML. It's easy to read, easy to focus, easy to print. This is we call the HTML. If you the plain text, it will save you in one line. So start from articles, authors, not separate the fields. Like a long line. It's really difficult to read it. So use the HTML. This is for the EndNote. But some of you doesn't want to learn more on technologies. I need like a instant noodle. Just put the hot water and eat it. How can I get APA style? How can I get Vancouver? Back to Coslev again. The Coslev provide you the action and give you cite. So if you want to cite this article, you don't want to export to the EndNote. I need something that instant. Just click cite, and then what style are you using? You're using APA. You just follow the link APA. You have the citation style in APA. If you in health science, most of them use the Vancouver's. If you engineering, you familiar with IEEE style, you just follow the link. You got the idea now? So I repeat again. Support website doesn't provide you the standard bibliography style. They provide you only the reference manager software downloads to EndNote, and then you need something that's instant like a noodles. Just put the water, put hot water and eat it. I recommend you to use this one, DOI. And back to Coslev again. Just start searching the DOI, the same that you want to direct to the Fulltext. Then you follow the link, action. Just click cite, and Coslev provide you a major standard bibliography style. So most of you in social science, in humanities, familiar with APA style, you just follow the tab APA and copy it and place it. But the students study in health science, medicals, pharmacology, nursing, may familiar with Vancouver. You just click the tab Vancouver and copy it. The engineering subjects may be familiar with IEEE. Just click the IEEE. So this is very easy for you to create bibliography style. You got the idea? So don't think about only the website. Some journals that provide the DOI, you just use the DOI instead of bibliography information. And what else can provide you the standard bibliography style? The Google Scholar too. Just follow the link, look up the Fulltext from the Google Scholar. Just click the Google Scholar. Google Scholar. Google Scholar for you provide you link the site link to. Just click the link site. They follow the standard one APA, Vancouver, MLA2. So you got two options. Which one is depend on you? Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer Scholar? Do you prefer course left? It's depend on you. You got an idea? So start from the statement, apply the truncation, combine the terms, select the search method, refine the search results, analyze the results, and manage your results. So this is the step. Very easy for you. You got the step now. Just follow the step. Just start the statement, and then the truncation. Apply the truncation. Then what else? Combination. Combine the term. Now you got the web of science. And what about the article that I put in cart market? On the left hand side, you can look at that mark list. You got the number of mark list. You just click the mark list. They show you how can I manage the article that have been marked. So you can send to a note or send to save in HTML. You got it? So return to the result again. So I think you remember that on the search page. You just scan it. You see the abstract. But this one is good for you. You just mark it in front of the articles. And I want to export all of the article have been marked. You just follow the link mark list, and then you can send it to a note, save it in HTML. So don't need to do single record. Just we can manage multiple record. This is the idea. And then you look at that on the left hand side of the articles. They give you the time cited. How many times this article have been cited by others. You can look at that. Yeah. So this is good for you to look at that. This is the good journals, good articles, because this is good. Most people cite it. Like you go to the canteen, you want to buy noodles, many shops of noodles. Which one do you think that is the good taste for you? You just see the queue. If they have a long queue, maybe they have the good taste. Most people want to try it, so just see it on this one. Got an idea? So let's start with the citation first. So the mix-ups, the journal from multiple publishers, they select only the good journals that have the impact factors. But you can see how good of it. They belong to the quartile 1, quartile 2, or quartile 3. So you can use the citation. Even the Scopus, they provide you the quartile 2. Any questions so far? So we have a break for 10 minutes. And then we come back and start searching dissertation. It's different source, different, maybe the content is different. And now you got the research articles. Start from the blotter first, the citation. And now you want to specific search to dissertation. And back again in 10 minutes.